There has to be something really different about a person who wants to move to another country. And yet Costa Rica is full of those individuals and families who made the decision to change their lives totally. There has to be a huge motivating factor behind making a huge move in one's life. What's behind the need to change everything? We asked a lot of people this question. You know, we all become comfortable in our lives, don't we? I know you have a junk drawer in your kitchen area, a place where you can find anything and everything that's necessary to live. Perhaps a spool of thread and a button or two, and maybe there's a measuring tape, a pair of shoelaces, even a couple of AAA batteries in case the remote dies on you. We're all creatures of habit. We like what we like and we become set in our ways. And one would think that the older you get, the more you would want not to mix it up. Perhaps you live in a nice area, you know where all the good spots to eat are, and everybody knows you and calls you by your first name when you walk in. You know where the gas station is. You go there every morning. Comfortable, cozy, easy. It's almost like you're in a groove and you're just coasting along, and your car drives by itself in the neighborhood because those left and right turns are so natural. You may have been in the same area for 20 or 30 years. You know, there's nothing wrong with any of this. In fact, why would one even think about changing their lives if they have everything so comfortable? It would be like taking a cold shower. It's not necessary. A hot shower feels better. Why change now? What are the benefits? Why would you do it? We found that most people who move to Costa Rica are very happy with their lives. They're positive thinking individuals, and they seem to have no fear about the future and what it may bring. What lies ahead for them, no one knows, but they simply want something different. It may have been brought on by their kids going to college or starting a family of their own. Perhaps they're retiring soon and they want a really big change, and now they don't have any reason to stay. They may have been to Costa Rica on vacation a few times, and something just felt good about it. After their fourth or fifth visit, they started thinking about what it would be like to live here. So then they make a trip especially to sort out a few things. Where's the best place to live? How much does it cost to live here? Can I get my prescriptions filled here in the mail? Can I bring a gun? Do I ship my household furnishings and my vehicle, or do I start fresh? How do I open a bank account? Should I acquire legal status or remain a perpetual tourist? How about my dog or my cat? So many things to think about, and those 2 weeks spent here in paradise asking a lot of questions and talking to a lot of others who made the move already may have been very productive. Getting closer now, feeling better about it. So then they return to their home country and they sit down, they finally decide to do it. Now what? Where do we start? When do we leave? Do we buy a home or do we rent for a while? How do we tell our family? They're going to think we're crazy. Their next trip back to Costa Rica, maybe a few weeks later, they're returning to get that specific town down pat. They want to find out where they want to live. They decide to rent for a year. That's recommended. That way you can explore the country and find out what area serves you best. Where will you be most comfortable? They find a nice place to rent and they begin to make their arrangements to return for good. No turning back now. It's full steam ahead. Then they return home again and they want to finalize everything. It feels great. They know what they want and they've decided without a doubt that it's time to move to Costa Rica. Everything somehow gets worked out and they're leaving in a week. They're moving to Costa Rica, the land of the Pura Vida lifestyle. Very exciting. This is how it usually goes. The timeline seems complicated at first, but everything seems to work out. All the plans are in order, and all the ducks are in a row, and all the toucans are in a row, basically. If you're one of those people who are considering a move to Costa Rica, start the process. Don't mess around, don't lollygag, but make sure that Costa Rica is for you. Don't think that you want to move here. Know that you want to call Costa Rica your home forever. You're invited to visit our website at Costa Rica Immigration and Moving Experts.com. We also have another one, Costa Rica Good News Report.com. Please enjoy our over 600 episodes of our Costa Rica Pura Vida Lifestyle podcast series, We're found on all major podcast venues, including iHeartRadio and Spotify and Apple and the Google Podcast platform. And we do these podcast episodes 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There's so much good news coming out of Costa Rica. So many things we want to tell you about. We want to get you excited. We want to get you moving here. So we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Pura Vida. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.